Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Queenie, for those who don't know me, reviewing Love Island All-Stars, Season 1, Episode 29. Y'all, every video that I'm filming today is just going to be on low power mode. I had a very long night yesterday, and okay, before we get into it, please make sure to like this video, subscribe and hit the bell, and leave a comment down below. Some housekeeping? Whatever. Tomorrow, I'm going to be live with Sade and Nana from Your Aunties Could Never. Don't really know what platform that's going to be on, but that's where I'll be in the morning, my time, in like midday UK time. So look out for that. And then for the finale, I'm just going to do a live reaction. I'm not going to bother myself with doing a video. I think it's going to be a waste of time. So anyways, that's the plan for tomorrow, okay? Talking about today's episode, Anton and Georgia want to clear the air between each other after he decided to walk out in the middle of the night.
Your mood just went completely through the roof.
The person you're closest with, you always take it out on the most. And I think you got the brunt of how I'm feeling overall.
I feel like I'm not good enough. Like, I feel like no matter what I do, it's not good enough to make you happy. Molly and Tom do things like that. Like, other couples have these little things, but you get really sensitive.
I think I can only apologise about last night. It's not right. Last night was totally on me.
Apparently, Georgia thought they were having banter, and I thought Anton's comment about, well, why don't you go and kiss somebody else, was banter as well, but apparently not. They're both biting their tongues and don't want to admit that things just aren't where they need to be at this point. So they have the strongest title, but the weakest connection. It doesn't make any sense. I'm sure they're not going with the whole boyfriend-girlfriend thing, but they're exclusive, and they were the first to be exclusive. But they can't get their shit together to save their lives. Like, why are y'all even together? I don't know. I don't think they're going to work on the outside. A lot of people don't feel like they're going to work on the outside, but they really think it's going to work. So, all right. In the morning debrief, Adam says that he's happy to have someone who doesn't take themselves too seriously, meaning Arabella. Georgia feels like Anton is a little bit needy, and she thinks she's given all that she can. Well, girl, if you think it's going to work on the outside, you're going to need to give him more, okay? Anton spoke earlier about his past rejections and why he's feeling insecure in this relationship. I think either he's going to have to see Georgia for who she is and trust that they have something good, or Georgia's going to have to step it up and reassure him more than what she's used to. If neither of them want to move closer to each other in that way, there's no point in keeping this relationship going. Tom is happy that Molly has been reassuring him, which we know was encouraged by Callum. Somebody posted a theory, I think it was Erica, on Discord, saying Molly, and this is like it's not saying it's going to happen, but what they wish is going to happen. And I think I echo the same thing, right? With Molly and Callum, they're going to date Jess and Tom for a little bit, potentially break up. Might have another relationship after that, or take some time, find themselves, and then find their way back to each other. I feel like this process has been very confronting for them, and they've had to see where their pitfalls are in themselves and how that played a part in their own relationship. I think that experiencing other people in the presence of each other has allowed them to say, okay, so I could have done that better. For example, when Callum, I think I already said it, when Callum did the dog thing and Molly said, nobody has ever done this for me, I think Callum was starting to realize, yeah, there's ways that I definitely could have stepped up more. With Callum telling Molly, you need to be more verbally reassuring for Tom. I think that's a thing that Molly struggled with in their relationship. Ideally, I'd like for them to get back together. They're saying it's not going to happen, and if it doesn't happen, that's totally fine. If the relationship with Tom and Jess goes on for a long time, that's totally fine as well. But I can see this being a pivotal experience to getting them back together, if that's what happens. If they get back together, I think it's going to be because of what they experienced here. Anyways, moving forward, Toby and Anton talk about the bickering, and they say that it's a sign of love and passion. I've never heard that one before. I know that couples who do love each other bicker, but is it a sign of love? I'm not quite sure. Anton also says that he is so close with his mom that if his mom does not approve of Georgia, it's over. No questions asked. Interesting. Because for somebody who's fighting so hard to prove that his relationship is so strong, if your mama says no, it's just a no? I don't know. The ex-Islanders return, including Jake. I don't think Jake should have been included. I think if you remove yourself, then you're out. You're done. But anyways, they come to vote for who they want to dump from the villa. We have some interesting votes here. Mitch is first, and he votes to dump Georgia and Anton, saying that they're in it for the money. He thinks they're playing a game. He thinks they're not going to work on the outside. He thinks they just want the 50K. Sheesh, they should have left him for last. Demi votes for Arabella and Adam because they are the weakest in her opinion. Chris votes for Georgia and Anton, but thinks that they do actually like each other. They're just not as strong as some other people. Kaz votes the same and thinks that they're also the weakest. Lewis votes for Molly and Tom. He said that their relationship is one-sided and he can still see potential between Molly and Callum. Come on, Lewis, you better be Delulu like us. Now, don't be too Delulu and go pay them bills for them kids. Allegedly. Liberty votes for Arabella because they're the newest. Honey, Arabella, she didn't like that.
Just don't understand how you can take a timing when I've had such a journey of ups and downs.
It is a timing thing, and I haven't seen you guys face challenges as a couple.
Not everyone has to have challenges in life. Sometimes there is an easy road.
I do hope you get your happy ending.
I understand why Arabella is annoyed because she truly has not had enough time with Adam, but Liberty is saying just that. I haven't seen you with Adam long enough to say whether or not I can see longevity with y'all. And then for Arabella to say, I've had such a journey in here. It has nothing to do with Adam. Your journey had nothing to do with Adam. So who cares? Tyler votes for Georgia and Anton, saying that it won't work on the outside categorically. He does not believe that it will. Hannah votes for Arabella and Adam because they haven't had much time. Jake votes for Georgia and Toby because they've already tried it on the outside. If it didn't work out there, it won't work in here. Joanna votes for Arabella and Adam, again, because of the time. Casey votes for Georgia and Anton. Eve votes for Arabella and Adam and says that distance is also an issue. So she said time as well, but apparently they live really far from each other. Long distance, it's a tough one. Joe was last, and he says that even though he's hurt by, I don't know what this whole speech was about, by the votes that got him dumped, he's going to choose to rise above and make an unbiased vote here. He chooses to vote out Arabella and Adam. Now, Arabella and Adam feel like Georgia and Anton should have been the ones who left. I agree. And so does the villa, honestly.
I don't think that the right couple went. What you think?
I just saw how upset Anton was last night.
I would have to agree just because I think Arabella and Adam have literally just
Hit it off.
home run.
Thought it was gonna be Georgia H and
So did I.
I literally wrote down, I wonder if anyone's going to tell Georgia how they feel about thinking she should have gone, or is that just going to be up to Josh? And then literally 5 minutes later, you have Georgia going to Josh, realizing, maybe he was telling the truth.
Some people had our backs. Vast majority didn't. I can see that there was a heavy opinion out there, and that you probably didn't mean to cause any harm by sharing it.
I was just saying, be a bit careful. Do you get what I'm saying?
You are in some way right.
Yeah.
And I accept that.
Her apology was so bad. I didn't like her apology at all. Oh, I'm sorry if I was shooting the messenger, but you just have to see it from is this an apology or are we fighting again? Like, what's going on? What's happening? Anyway, she says that Josh is her best mate and this isn't a friendship that she would want to let go of. I don't understand their relationship. So at one point they were friends with benefits. At one point she blocked him. Now they're best friends. Like, I don't know what this relationship is, but anyways, they're choosing to stick together. I would have preferred, even though I don't like her, I would have preferred Arabella and Adam to stay. I would rather see their connection, because I actually do think they're well suited for each other, than Georgia and Anton. That relationship makes no sense to me. I didn't like Joe's vote. I didn't like. I mean, it's his vote. It's his. That's his choice. He could do what he wants to do. But if we're being realistic, Georgia and Anton, it should have been a landslide, no questions asked. Anyways, like I said, tomorrow's just gonna be a live, honey. We don't have the energy to do a whole video, and we're done. That 5 weeks was kind of fast, was it? No, was it? I don't know, child. Anyways, I'm gonna see y'all in the next one.